day before you were twinkling in Mama's eye. I had to register for the draft. The Vietnam War was going on, but because I went a different route, I chose college.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be drafted because the draft was there. So I went to college, did that, and been coaching. You got some questions for this young man?
Oh, yes, I do.
Go ahead.
In my generation, joining the military is a very hesitated topic. It's the college route or the career. Oftentimes in my generation, military is off the radar. What would be your message to those on the fence or discerning that type of a lifestyle?
That's a great question. And I kind of felt that when I was in high school, too. I remember recruiters would talk to me, and I would tell them, I'd lie to them and tell them, I'm like, oh, I'm really into drugs. I don't want to give that up. Just to get them off my back. Because it was always like, I don't want to go fight somewhere and something like that. But then, like I said, I needed to grow up. And, now people talk to me about it and all that stuff. And I think doing something selfless and serving is huge, and that's really kind of what made me kind of grow up. And now I try to give back with the community with coaching, and I'm working in the school system and all that kind of stuff. So I would say, because I didn't have a career path I wanted to go. I mean, I was thinking, maybe I'll go do infantry, and then maybe I can be like as part of the state SWAT team or something like that. And I know some people will join to get, welding experience or whatever that might be. But I think if you just need some direction and want someone to kind of kick you into gear, it's a great option. You don't have to go Marines. I mean, the Air Force and Navy and the Army are all good options too. But, if you want to be a hard charger, though, you got to go to the Marine Corps. And
tell us then, Michael, you decide to join the Marines, and thank you for doing that. Then where did you go from Muskegon to the next point, like boot camp and this? What was your journey to the different areas that you went to before you went your final destination?
Yeah, so I was I actually signed up to be a reservist. That's why I did 6 years, because I still wanted to work. I was in a serious relationship with my girlfriend at the time, who's the girl I married. We've been married 20 years now. I have 3 wonderful kids together, and I didn't necessarily want to leave her. I was thinking I could use it to go to piggyback and get back into college. But so I did. I went to boot camp in San Diego, then went to infantry school in Camp Pendleton, California. I was stationed in Saginaw. That was where my duty station was.
Okay.
Bravo Company, 1st Battalion, 24th Marines. In 2003, we got the call that we were going to get activated. I went back to Camp Pendleton, did a 3-month nonstop workup, no days off.
Wow.
And then we got deployed to Fallujah for about 8 months.
Wow.
And at the point in time, that was one of the most deadly.
And you were married at this time?
I got married right before we went. So we got engaged. I proposed to her when I came home from infantry school.
Okay.
And we knew it was going to be a long engagement. She was finishing college. And then you knew I'd make more money married when I got deployed. So we kind of sped it up like, hey, we're not quite there yet, but when we come back, we will be. So why don't we get married? We got married in August 2005. 2005, I left in 2006. And
wow,
2006.
20 years of marriage. Congratulations.
Yeah. Can't believe she put up with me for that long. That's impressive.
Well, I was going to question that too, and I'll have a conversation with you. Go ahead.
So, you mentioned, kids who join the military need something to get themselves kicked into gear. For you, Michael, what was it that kicked you into gear? Getting off the bus for the first time and going to boot camp. What was that like for you for a surreal experience standpoint?
Yeah, you're asking really good questions. That's a kind of a oh crap moment when you're first on that bus, and you got that nerves, and you got that kind of like, I don't know what to expect. And then you see these mountains of men walk on the bus in this, their uniform that looks like it's spray painted on, and they just get off my bus, and it's go go go. The first 36 hours you don't sleep, you're just up the whole time and getting everything. And there's always that question of, what did I get myself into?
Yeah, I bet.
And then you spend about a week, at least in the Marine Corps, you spend about a week in what they call in-dock, where you're kind of getting all your gear and learning how to make your bed and mark your equipment. Then they put you with your training platoon. And that day is called Black Friday, where they throw, you can look it up on the internet. They throw all the beds, we call them racks. All the racks are thrown in the room. All your stuff's thrown in the middle. And these guys are wearing their uniforms. They're sweating through it because they're yelling at you so hard.
Oh, my God.
And it's nonstop. Yeah. And that's a big, oh, man, I don't know. But it progressively gets a little bit – it doesn't get easier. you get harder.
Right. You
and
tolerate it more
start to
because you're
tolerate
not
it a
right.
little bit.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because I remember being in boot camp going, man, I'd never do that again. That was terrible. But then when I deployed, it was like I'd kill for 8 hours of sleep and 3 square meals a day, you know, and like I'd do anything to have somebody yell at me like that, and that was my worst day.
I bet.
So yeah, it does. It definitely puts life in perspective too.
Let's change gears.
All right.
9 years of doing this.
Yeah.
Did your brother Matt idea? Was it a collaborative with you and him and other? How did all of this start? And I don't want to know about the first year prior to 2016.
So,
when did this start?
This was brought up. People can say that I'm lying, but I tell you this is 100% the truth. We were sitting. It was my brother and I and our athletic director at the time, Ryan Portinga. We were sitting out in Matt's backyard, probably his first year, or right after his first year.
Right.
And we were 1-8, and Lowell does the pink arrow game, and there's all these kind of special games that all these teams do. And I said, what if we do like a yellow ribbon game? They think it'd be cool to kind of give back to the veterans, and that's something that's not being done. The cancer awareness games are done, and they're awesome.
Yeah, we did those with Kenny Rose.
Yep. And we did that at the youth club level and everything.
Sure.
And they're awesome, but let's do something different, kind of switch gears a little bit. And I remember Ryan Portinga saying, well, we got to put a good product on the field. We got to get good. We got to get people in the stands and get the community involved in the program and all that stuff.
Makes sense.
Let's give it some time. And that was kind of it. And then – that was probably 2012, and 2016 was the first year we started doing it.
Yes.
I never thought it was going to be like this, ever. Like the scale that this is on, and I think the first year that it was scaled this big.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yes.
Absolutely, and all that stuff. And they decided, so I guess it was a sand. My first idea was just a grain of sand on the beach, and then people a lot smarter and connected than me took it off with it and just made it to what it is
It's
today.
made national news.
Yeah.
Remember when we had the choir out here that way, one of the largest choirs for an outdoor football game?
I think it was on like Yahoo. Like
right. So it was so years in coming, multiple people involved.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are your thoughts of this?
Well, I mean, before every game, you have the national anthem, and I think sometimes, as fans, as spectators, as patrons, as participants of the sport, it gets overlooked and we just take it for granted. So would you say, Coach, that the players are a little bit more fired up going into a game like this, knowing what they're playing for, the purpose of this game, and the inspiration that something like this could bring to the guys?
Yeah, I would say yeah. And there's part of you as a coach that's kind of like, we can't get distracted from the game, from the task at hand, right? I mean, it's a big deal. I remember last year standing over in that corner of the end zone and watching everything like, man, this is such a sight. And you kind of get swept up in it. But no, I think the players, they like because it's that one jersey that you get to wear that one time a year. You get the special red, white, and blue decals.
And we got new ones this year. We got new ones this year.
We always have like new team socks and everything. So I think, they get a little bit fired up. This kind of being a crosstown rival game too, it's a little bit more special too. I mean, years past we've played Fruitport and Rockford. I think we played Puffer before here. Byron Center last year.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, yes, kids get a little fired up, but then there's always that fine line between too fired up and distracted and focused on the task.
Not only do we as coaches and you and I doing this and Joe upstairs and Kim and Sailor Nation Sports, but you get these people that are coming early now already.
Yeah.
Are they here to watch? Well, of course they're here to watch.
Here to watch this.
Yeah, right.
I put on Facebook
exactly.
I was going to be doing this.
But the other teams that we invite, they got to feel good as well. The cheerleaders do this push-up thing for the veterans that...
Yeah, the 22, the veteran suicide awareness.
Yes,
Yeah, that's awesome, which I think that number's down from 22 a day to 18 now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So it's making some sort of
impact. It's making an impact. Do you keep in touch with some of the veterans that you served with, just out of curiosity?
Yeah, so I was blessed to be with a lot of guys from Michigan, so we keep in touch here and there.
Good.
Guys from Tennessee, they'll come up, and a lot of times it's like, hey, man, I'm coming up to Michigan. You want to? So I got a buddy who's got a shout out to Devil Dog Inc. That's a buddy of mine that I went overseas with. He's living Clare, and he's got a little tattoo shop, and a lot of guys will come up and go see him. So I had a buddy a couple years ago hit me up, said, hey, I'm going to Pulowski's place to go get a tattoo. And I'm like, say no more, I'll be there. And we just
good for you. Oh, that's nice.
It's pretty cool.
That's
a
nice.
handful of us. So, we keep in touch. Facebook and all that stuff.
Yeah,
obviously helping.
Yeah. Something else, buddy?
Oh, no, I'm enjoying this. For
No.
me, this is my
Well, it's good to have you
second
here.
Shores game. I'm excited for all the action.
Yeah. So fill us in before we let you know, because I know you have other responsibilities. Tell us about the upcoming game. What are we going to see?
You never know what you're going to see, right? Like it's
Right.
a
Well,
rivalry
like
game.
last night,
Yeah,
we didn't
so
know
the
what we were
JV,
gonna-
we saw who Reese Puffer was on film, and we thought it was going to be a different game, and it was completely different.
It was different.
They came out in a completely different defense, and we saw them run all year in a completely different offense that we have not seen all
Right.
year.
Yep.
So you never know what's. I mean, I expect there's going to be some trickery. Some misdirection stuff. It's going to be hard hitting no matter what.
Yeah, they're 1-2 on the year.
You just hope it's going to be clean. I think one of the downsides of social media and these kids is they can talk trash to each other all week, and coaches can't monitor it that well. So you want it to be physical. You want it to be energetic. You want it to be a heck of a football game, but you want to play by the rules. You want to stay clean.
Yep.
Which I expect it will be.
Yeah,
These
one
are two
last
well-led
thing
programs.
that I want to share with you, and Tim, he brought this out. So he graduates from high school, doesn't think he's ready to go to college, doesn't want to do high school, came really, joined the military. What are you doing now? You're back. You're in college.
43-year-old junior in college.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm currently taking
And he's
online
going to be a
classes.
teacher.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
Good for
going
you.
into the very lucrative field of teaching.
Well, big money there, baby.
But that
big,
was the thing, right? Like, I fell in love with service.
Yes.
And being a part of something bigger than myself when I was in the Marine Corps. And then that kind of, I always grew up religious. That kind of got me reconnected to God and my religion and my faith. And I've never really been one, my wife will kill me, I've never really been one motivated by money. As long as I'm comfortable, I'm good. I just want to make sure that when my head hits the pillow at the end of the night, I did something to make my community or the people around me
and being
better.
a teacher is going to do it. Having taught now for 46 years.
Yeah, and I think
I just love
coaching was kind of like, I love coaching because I love football, but then it's like, really, I love being a part of these young men's lives.
Absolutely.
And when you see them grow,
Yep.
and now that we've been here for so long, you're seeing these guys get married and have kids. You see the type of dads they are, and you're like, man, that's what it's all about. The wins and losses are great.
And if you hang around long enough, Michael, I'm coaching second generation whose dads played with me at Muskegon that are coming here because they want to, do that.
So,
Thank you as always. It's
Appreciate it.
I'm
Always a
having an
pleasure.
honor coaching with you, Tim.
It's nice meeting you. Thanks, man. I appreciate
Michael,
you guys
enjoy.
having me.
You go back to your duties,
All right.
and we will chat later.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Tim Lipan, I believe, is going to be next. Want to welcome everyone back. Sailor Nation Sports at the 9th Annual Sailor Salute. I got Jonathan Timms next to me on the left, and as always, our very dear friend. He's the voice of Mona Shores basketball, Tim Lipan. Tim, my friend, how are you, buddy?
Good to see you. And
It's always good to
see you. Got my other friend here, Jonathan Tim from the Clippers. How do you like that, Jonathan?
Love that. Great to see you, Tim. Thanks.
So a story is Jonathan just got engaged at some unique place. Fill us in about this one here before we get into the Sailor Salute thing.
Muskegon Clipper game. We kind of planned out a little a little announcement for his fiancée. She wasn't at the time. She threw out the first pitch. She was happy, and then as she walks off, we'll go, wait a second. We got an announcement, and then he goes down on one knee, proposes.
Really?
And then we play a nice little song for them to walk off. Beautiful.
And the Clippers ended up winning, too.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
But probably the best thing is she said yes. She said yes to you.
She did, and I don't think I would have been able to call the game after if she said no.
No, thank you very much. I'm good. I love you, but not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, Tim, how long have you been involved now? Let's get to the meat of the matter. You've been involved with this for a long time.
Since the beginning.
2016.
9 years ago.
You're right.
Ryan, the former athletic director, Ryan, came up with the concept, and he realized that there was going to be a lot of moving parts. And he go, I never done anything quite like this before. And he knew that I have run a few festivals in my life, like Summer Celebration and Irish and Bike Time. He said,
"You do all that? You're involved with all that?
Yeah.
God, if there's ever a Mr. Muskegon, it's you, Tim."
Well,
okay,
I've been in the middle of all those, and he said, I don't know how to do these events. Will you help me? And so the rest is history. Here we are 9 years later, still doing it. And there's still a lot of moving parts in what we do here at Sailor Salute. And pretty excited about today. When you get good weather like this, then we can do almost everything we plan. We take about 7 months and plan this.
That's what Joe was telling us as well. Tim,
we have
how
changes
did you come up
till today. We had, an hour ago, we got changes going on. But
do you really?
Yeah. We didn't have a skydiver.
Do we now?
But suddenly, within the last 10 minutes, we do. Hopefully, he lands on the right football field. Well,
that's kind of important. Well, it depends on the wind too, right? Okay.
Yeah, we usually land a helicopter here for all the kids to climb all over, and we got word today that the state police helicopter can't be here. It's going to be somewhere else in the state. They've got other things more important, really, than what we're doing.
They obviously don't know who Tim Lipan is.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, maybe I should have made the call. No.
Right.
All right. So we got lots of things going on.
Yeah,
it's a very exciting day.
Why the sailors? I mean, why first responders? People who give up. Where did that seed start with that? It's cancer's this. It's this. How did this? How did the name?
Well, 9 years ago, Ryan came up with the idea, and we chatted a little bit about what could we do, and we came up with 3 main pillars. One, we want to honor veterans, active duty military, police, fire, and first responders.
Okay.
So let's do that. Number 2, let's educate. Let's educate the students about potential careers in the military, in the police department, in the fire department.
Right.
Let's educate the community and say thank you. And then last but not least, the third pillar was let's connect all these dots and bring everybody together. By the way, there's a football game going on.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But so now it has become a week-long event where the students in the schools are learning a little bit about the Vietnam War, the military, police, fire. Also back about 9 years ago, especially police officers were kind of getting a tough rap.
Oh.
Right?
I
don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, in this day and age when in Pennsylvania we just lost 4 because somebody decides that, they're angry at the world, I'm going to shoot 4 cops.
So it's a perfect time to go beyond just veterans in the military. But let's include all these other folks.
Good for you.
And it was the right thing to do then, and it's the right thing to do now.
Look what's walking on the track right here. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Yeah. So that's where it came from.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, how do you find a last-minute skydiver? But kind of like what we were talking about, the planning and preparation. 7 months. Where do you start? How do you Tim, break the ground for an event like this? Because finding a last-minute parachute glider, that's got to be tricky.
Well, on the skydiver, we work with
Facebook page. Facebook page. Facebook knows everything.
right.
Looking for a last-minute
Yeah, last
skydiver.
minute, hey, we need a
Facebook
parachute.
Marketplace. Anybody
Yeah,
want to jump out of a plane?
If you don't have a parachute, we'll get one on Facebook Marketplace.
But we work with Skydive Grand Haven.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a group of skydivers. And so that organization didn't know we lost our guy, but when we made the call and said this just happened, the guy who was going to jump, the plane that he's jumping out of was already fueled and ready to go. So now it was just let's find a diver. And fortunately, somebody's going to, hopefully, if all goes well, jump out and hopefully bring the game ball.
They did that, I think, last year,
we
wasn't it?
had
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Now,
So-
you know, the wind and this.
All that matters, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a beautiful day, so I think
Oh,
we'll
it's
be
like
all right.
a picture-perfect day.
Unless something
Nice
happens
breeze.
in the
It's-
next 2 hours. But
Yeah, yeah.
But to answer your question, we have a committee. I chair that committee. It is made up of representatives from all the branches of military service, all the police and fire departments in the county, first responders. Now we have Department of Corrections and DNR, and they all come in for about 7 months. We meet monthly, and we start talking about what can we do? Can we do something different? Can we add something that'll be unique to it? But also all the stuff we've planned with all the static displays, the military vehicles, all this stuff, so that kids can climb all over that stuff, talk to representatives from those organizations, and learn and connect with military, fire, and police. And so it's worked out really, really well.
What has changed in 9 years, and what have you added? What have you taken away from that initial 9 years?
Yeah, it seems like we never take anything away. We
Well,
just
no,
keep adding.
because I look at everything
Yeah.
that's here. It doesn't get any smaller.
But I do want to tell you about one thing that's brand new this year, and it's not even happening today. It happened 2 days ago, and it's called Walk a Mile in My Shoes. And what it is we get these military backpacks. We fill them up with weights up to 25 pounds. Students then sign up to carry that backpack and walk a mile with a veteran who did it when they were in the military.
Really?
And they walk around the track for a mile and get to talk about the military experience, but also experience the fact of, I got to carry a backpack. It's only 25 pounds. Normally a backpack is 45 when you're in the military, plus all the other gear in your gun and everything.
Helmet, this,
But
that, and everything
that
else.
happened at prior to the middle school football game, and it was a wild success. Lots of veterans came out and walked with our students.
I wish we would have known that, because we could have filmed it and put it. But do you see yourself doing it again?
Yes.
though? Okay.
Yeah, it was so successful.
Yeah, let
Kids loved
Joe
it.
know,
Yeah.
and then we'll get somebody else. Because what we started now, Joe and I and Kim in, is this program, the Sailor Nation Sports. Our goal as an educator, my goal was to get it involved in the curriculum.
Yeah.
It's fully
Yep.
into the curriculum, and thanks for Dave Drosky, he's got kids. He's got more kids than we need this year, but it's part of the curriculum.
It is, and everybody kind of learns something. And so
Yeah.
as it goes on all week, and they're talking about it in the classrooms, but also during that walk a mile in my shoes
Yeah.
was really good.
Well, it's a clever
I
name,
suspect
too.
We'll
I like the
continue
name.
that, add more people
Yeah.
to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
Well, I'm sure the students are thrilled that the walking's on the track, not at the dunes down the road.
Or
That would have been the real experience, I'm sure.
like a soldier has it. Right, exactly.
right, no
Rain
kidding.
and this and
Yeah.
that.
Tim, describe the atmosphere, because for me, I know one version of high school football, and that's small-town Wisconsin. But here at Mona Shores and Sailor Stadium, it's a whole nother level, especially on a night like tonight. I hear we're in for a treat.
Yeah, we are. And the fact that it's crosstown rival Reese Puffer, this stadium's going to be rocking. Reese Puffer travels well. It's a rivalry. Mona Shores, of course, is going to come out for their home games. It's going to be an awesome night. And, get an announcement.
Land on the field at 6:25.
I don't know if you can hear that on
We don't have to
the
take
TV
cover
feed.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
But we got time before we have to run off the field.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's a great question. The atmosphere is crazy, but let me tell you a story.
We
about,
only ask good questions here, Tim. Come on now. I mean, this young buck who got engaged in front of thousands of people, you just put him up to it. Go ahead.
This is special for me, and it gives me chills when I think about it. One of the events we have here is all of the vets, all of the first responders, fire, police, that. We ask them to come out on the field and line up in the end zone for what we call a meet and greet. And so they line up, and as the football players for both teams come off the field after warm-ups, they line up single file, and they go to each person, shake their hand,
Yes.
and say thank you for your service.
It's down in that end zone right there.
And I'll tell you what, you want to see grown men cry?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
these vets, especially the Vietnam vets, no one said thank you for your service.
Yeah, I know.
And
I had a cousin of mine that served in the Vietnam War. He flew air reconnaissance.
Yeah.
And my dad, different story, he fought in the Greek army, for heaven's sake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when the Germans took over Greece, he had to dig his own grave twice.
Sure.
Because the German soldiers asked for this, and the women didn't bring the right stuff. They'd kill him.
Yep.
Twice my dad dug his own grave.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My dad was in World War II.
Was he?
He
Yeah.
was captured in
Okay.
Anzio Beach in Italy, and they were forced marched to the middle of Germany.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't march, they just shot you and
They
rolled
just
you
shot
off
you,
the side of the road.
and I didn't find that story out until my dad passed away.
Yeah.
We saw his mess, where he ate his food and things like
Yeah.
that. So Tim, to wrap it up, what are we going to see tonight? Nothing but good stuff.
All good stuff, static displays for everyone, educational components, fun components, learning a little bit about all the careers that might be available through branches of military, fire, police, DNR, corrections officers. And you know what? We might actually have a skydive.
We might have it. Why don't you take us out of here with this young man? Seems how he made you get engaged.
Alrighty, we'll do just that. All right, let's do it, Tim. I just want to give a quick shout out to some people in my life who served. First and foremost, my father. Thank you, Dad, Pat, Tim, if you're listening back home, for serving. Also, my grandparents, but a big one for me, my now fiance's grandfather, who has 2 Purple Hearts. So,
Wow.
I really want to give a shout out to him. He's been an inspiration to me, and to anyone who served. Just know you are not forgotten. At least from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everyone who has served our country, and stuff like tonight. That's what we love to see in a community atmosphere.
That's
Well
what this
said.
is all about. We're trying to honor all these folks who are our
Yep.
community heroes and have sacrificed for you and me. So,
My friend,
Glad to be
as
here.
always,
All right.
thank you.
Take
Have
care.
fun with basketball. Come up in a
All
few
right.
months.
You got it.
All right,
Thank
buddy.
you,
Be
Tim.
good.
Got us.
All right, so we're going to be back with hopefully one more visit. We got Jeremy Roomsberg that is going to be dropping by. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you in about a minute. Want to welcome everyone back. Nick Davs with Jonathan and Tim, and the newly engaged Jonathan Tim to his wife, and Adrian DeWeer. Adrian, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, first of all, before we get into all this, how's it working for Joe?
For Joe?
Yeah,
it's a
now
blast.
be careful because Joe's way up there, okay?
It's great.
Yeah,
Love
he's a
working
good
with
guy.
Deputy Chief, the whole Norton Shores Fire. It's been amazing. It's
Good.
been best job in the world.
I agree with you. How long have you been a firefighter for?
I've been a firefighter for just over 10 years, but I've been with Norton Shores for about 15 months now, full
God,
time.
you look way too young to be doing that.
Started young.
Congratulations.
Got
Yeah.
a good start on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little something about what you do. I mean, do you have a specialty area of firefighting, or is it alarm goes off and you're jumping in the truck and going?
So in general, across the board for Norton Shores and just any basic department around here, we respond to multitude of calls. It's mostly, even though being firefighters, we respond to medical calls, ranging, just a wide range of medical calls.
Sure.
But we also respond to anything from fires to motor vehicle accidents to just helping people up. Really just about anything that's put in front of us, we do.
Good.
If we can't, we see what we can do.
Yeah. Jonathan?
Adrian, the Norton Shores and Muskegon community kind of goes hand in hand. We got Reese Puffer coming tonight for a little crosstown rivalry. What's it like, working in unity with the other fire departments throughout the community as a whole? Because if duty calls at a big scene, there's got to be more than one, responder, right?
Yeah, right. On, again, multitude of calls, types of calls, largely are like structure fires, commercial fires, stuff like that. We have to bring in other departments, or we respond as additional department. And it is just invaluable having those people to respond to provide the manpower, the safety that we need when sometimes staffing isn't available for us. And being able to rely on our neighbors is amazing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So
really
you
is.
guys cohabitate a little bit, work together.
Yep.
And,
We try to interchange what we do. We actually do trainings amongst departments,
you do?
neighboring departments when we can. Yep. We do a lot of internal training, and when we can get outside and train with others, we do.
Yeah.
It's really good to learn what they do because it might be a little different. So
Yeah. What would you say, Adrian, is the most difficult part of your job? If you were to narrow it down, what would be, I don't know if I'm saying it, the most stressful, maybe the thing that's going to be more physicality that you're going to have to do?
honestly, for me, I'd say the most stressful probably comes from the most physical type of work. When we have to get into the most labor intensive, that's when you really test yourself, see what you're really made of.
Give me an example. Give me an
I'm going to
example.
say just a bread and butter structure fire.
Yeah.
You're going to work yourself in a way that you may think you're super prepared for, then just basic movements.
Sure.
Yeah, you'll find out, hey, whew, I'm pretty
Yeah.
tired already.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going for a run a couple summers ago during my time with the Muskegon Clippers, and I'm running outside the fire department, and I see all the active members getting a good workout in. Describe that unity and bond within the departments, and how you guys grow as brothers and sisters and just get closer to one another, because I can imagine that chemistry is important on the job.
That is pivotal, honestly, to know and to build that relationship with your shift mates, not just the department itself, but my shift that I'm on currently is of 8 guys, and being able to get together, we try to do that at least once per rotation, our 48-hour shifts. See each other, talk to each other, interchange, training as we did. We get together and work out, have dinners. It is a family. It truly is a family.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we try to share and just help each other, do what we can to interact. And it builds that trust that we truly need.
So it's 48 hours on, then how many off?
Correct. We work 48 hours straight, shifts, 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. 2 days later, and then 4 days off, 96 hours off. And then we repeat. It's a 6-day cycle for Norton Shores.
Oh, okay. I've got some things to talk to Joe because I go to work every single day. I just want Joe to notice that as well. I don't work 2 days, 4 days off. Now I'm forced to take summers off because I have to, otherwise I would work as a school educator. What do you got? Anything else here for this young man?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Who's the chef of the firehouse?
Oh,
Who's
hell
the
yeah.
guy who whips up the main meals for you guys?
Chef, I feel like I might be stealing that one right now. It might be me.
There we go.
Whether or not I am the chef or I just like to cook the most, I think it might be me.
What's your favorite thing to cook for the department?
I actually like to throw some meat on the smoker. We'll do that.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty easy way. Don't have to tend to it too much. You can feed a lot of guys.
Yeah, I bet. So do you rotate from station to station to station, or do you primarily work out of just one station?
So myself, I do jump around a little bit in the stations. We are down one person on our shift. We actually have a new guy starting next week to help fill that role. But I jump around a bit. A couple days here, a couple days there, but most of the time guys are bid to one station and they can stay there for the most part.
Is it so? How many people per shift is it? So you go to the fire station over here.
Yeah.
Will it just be you, or will there be another person with you?
So at this fire station specifically here on Seminole, there would be 2 people there.
Okay.
Minimum 2 people. We have Station 2. That is our Station 1 on Seminole. Station 2 on Airline Road, by like Aunt Millie's right there, we'll have 3 guys.
Okay.
And up to 3 people over at our Station 3 as well. So
Gotcha.
total of 9 people is what we're
I got you.
looking
Good.
for. Yep.
So, okay, we're going to wrap you up and send you. Adrian, thank you so very much, and thank you for what you do.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
Truly
Thank you for the
appreciate it.
support.
Thank you, Adrian.
Hey,
thank you
thank
for all
you.
you do.
So, with all this said and done, first of all, great job. It's wonderful having you here with us.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Sailor
it's
Nation
going.
Sports.
And Joe up in the booth. We've got Kimmin up there, our young man over here. We're going to wrap this up. Joe's going to come down, and then we're going to head up to the skybox and start live streaming some football. Adrian, thank you again, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me.